You know, it's funny. I have a shocker. I'm actually excited for AEW's pay per view. The World's End pay per view is this Saturday, I believe. It's on the 30th. I'm actually excited for it. But before I get into why, I am trying to hit 3,000 or 4,000 subs before the end of the week. Need about 16 more people to hit that subscribe button. We only need about 16 more people. Hit that subscribe button for your boy. If you don't, I'm going to be under your bed, but you already know this. You already know how it works at this point. But AEW Dynamite is tonight as I am recording this. It is December 27th, 2023, the last Dynamite of the year. And I want to do a preview with y'all. And I'll let y'all know why I think about this stuff, why I think about it, how I think about it, and what I am looking forward to, and how I go about these things. And because a lot of the comments seems to be like confused on how I can think about AEW the way I think about it. Well, let's dress it down in a timely manner because y'all got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. Look, so Christian Cage and Adam Copeland sit down interview with Lexi Nair. Why? Like, why, bro? This is what I mean, bro. This is what I mean. Illogical booking. From what we know, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but did Edge interrupt Christian on Collision or something like that? Like, am I tripping? I'm be honest. This is day one for me, as in keeping up with AEW. That's my New Year's resolution, to keep up with AEW. But I just don't know why do a sit down interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's kind of too late for that. We're kind of like a month or two into this feud. I'm not necessarily looking forward to it. The last sit down interview given this feud wasn't that good. I'll see what's up with it, but I'm not looking forward to it. Doesn't necessarily entice me at all. We got a women's match: Chris Statlander versus Sky Blue. Sky Blue is very essential, I'll say. She's very talented. Chris Statlander, the same. And I think, unfortunately, this is where maybe some viewers may drop because Tony Khan hasn't done a great job of building the AEW women's division, and there's not a lot of. I'll just say this: one of these women has a grip on the IWC for all the wrong reasons, and that's because of her looks, and that's putting it nice. And I think it's unfortunate because women's wrestling needs a spot in, like, there is a spot for women in wrestling, but the booking has to be right. Just like with men, it is a male-dominated sport, so there's like more leeway for garbage in the men's wrestling. But with women's wrestling, it has to be spot on. It can't, with the limited amount of time that they get on TV every week, they gotta get, they gotta be spot on. And I don't think much is going to change tonight with these two. With a match between these two, I would assume that the trend of losing viewers, not necessarily the highest quality of matches continuing tonight, but we'll see. We'll see. Chris Statlander, I have heard good things, so I will see. I'll check it out. Let's see. We got Jesus Christ. The MJF and Samoa Joe versus the Devil's Masked Men. Now, if you asked me a month ago, bro, this was something I was definitely looking forward to. It was something I was looking forward to. Like, I love a good invasion angle, but they kind of blew it with this. It's kind of already over, and at this point, the reveal of the Devil is going to be disappointing to most people. Unless to me, it's like, unless it's somehow Heyman Adam Page, which they kind of destroyed that. Or unless it's like Mustafa Ali, which I highly doubt because he got so many dates outside of AEW. It would kind of be disappointing. I don't see Dolph Ziggler in his role. I don't want to see Jack Perry. And they have to reveal him at the pay-per-view. That's for the most part why I'm so excited for the pay-per-view. That's where they have to reveal who the Devil is. So I think with AEW, it's time to reveal this. They messed it up by not giving us hints towards who it could be, or even a couple red herrings or something like that. Like maybe if everybody think it's Jack Perry, so have them think it's Jack Perry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Say something like MJF, Cry Me a River or something like that. But with this match, I just don't care about it. I'm going to be honest with you. I am actually, weirdly enough, I am excited for injured MJF versus Samoa Joe match, even though I absolutely despised the first match a couple months ago. But I'm actually looking forward to that. You know, I'm looking forward to some good wrestling. I do believe that they will put on a good show, but this tag team match is filler, and I don't think it's going to progress the story at all. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. But I doubt it. They just don't get the benefit of the doubt from me with that. But moving on, we got the Continental Classic Gold League final, a three-way actually. John Moxley versus Swerve Strickland versus Jay White. This is going to be a AEW fans' wet dream. I'm just calling it now. There's going to be discussions about this being better than Seth Rollins versus John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. There's going to be discussions of it being like one of the greatest triple threat match, if not the greatest triple threat match. I can already hear it. Better than Gunther versus Drew versus Sheamus. I hear it already. These are three fan favorites in that community. And, you know, I'm not necessarily looking forward to it. But, you know, it can be some like some harmless fun. It could be like watching a bad TV show. You know what I'm saying? Like at least it'll be so crazy that it's entertaining. Hopefully, you know, the last time I watched the Swerve match, he got his blood drink. So we'll see. And Jay White, the last time I watched the Jay White match, he was being beat by a one-leg man. So, you know, yeah, we'll see. Not necessarily looking forward to it, but hey. And finally, we have, for the Continental Classic Blue League final, Eddie Kingston versus Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson can pull a great match out of anybody. Eddie Kingston has a great character. Haven't necessarily seen him wrestle much. I did see the barbed wire everywhere match against Chris Jericho with Eddie Kingston. So, you know, I don't necessarily have a good first impression of him, but this can be a start of a new day for Eddie Kingston. And for me personally, I'm sure he's also another fan favorite. Just a lot of fan favorites in AEW, if we're being honest. But I can't tell you who necessarily needs to win a match. I think if anybody needs it, it's Eddie Kingston, who's probably going to win it. Bryan Danielson, this tournament was basically made for him. I would assume he's going to win it. Me personally, again, I would have Bryan Danielson win it, but there's no interest from me in this classic. I still don't even know how the rules work, but I'm assuming the tournament. I'm assuming it still ends at World's End, so you know that's something I'm looking forward to finally being over with. And that's AEW for December 27th, 2023. Does it sound like a good show? Sound like the AEW fans will love it. My ratings prediction, I would assume that they're going to bounce back from last week. AEW fans definitely move out of spite, so they're going to show up in droves this week. I assume they bounce back, end up at about 830,000. You know, I definitely think they can do something with that. You know, I hope for a good show. I hate to waste my time, so you know, I'm not going into this with negative. I'm not going into this with negative intentions. I do have negative feelings, but I'm not going into it with negative intentions. There's a difference. So, you know, I hope they surprise me. I hope Tony Khan has gave up booking without telling us. So, you know, we'll see. We will see. And I wonder what Chris Jericho's doing. They need to let him go. I'll be getting to that in the different video. But I appreciate you guys for clicking on this video. If you like more videos like this, like previewing shows, again, it is my New Year's resolution to keep up with TV as much as possible, even though I don't have cable. Maybe they'll convince me to get cable, but we'll see. But you all have a good one. I appreciate you all so much. Have a beautiful night. Sub to Act. Peace. Where is my mouse? Peace.